and welcome back to another day of learning. Today, our lesson focus will be using context clues to define unfamiliar words. The essential question for today is, how do readers determine the meaning of unknown words? The I can statement for today is, I can determine the meaning of unfamiliar words using context clues. The I will statement for today is, I will use context clues to determine the meaning of unfamiliar words. Context clues are words or groups of words that give clues about the meaning of an unknown word. You can use context clues in a sentence or paragraph to determine the meaning of an unknown word in any text you are reading. As readers, when we're trying to determine the meaning of words used in a text, we can look for word parts, examples, definitions, visuals with labels, and synonyms or antonyms to help us determine the meaning of that word. Sometimes the general context or feel of the writing can also provide clues that help readers determine the meaning of unknown words. So if you take a look at the anchor chart here, it shows you some examples to look for or clues to look for when we are trying to define unfamiliar words when reading. It is important that you use these clues to help you determine the meaning of those unknown words. So let's practice determining the meaning of unknown words. So I'm going to use my drawing tool and I am going to underline clues while reading that help me determine the meaning of the underlined words in the text. So the first text says, "My aunt bought me a shirt that is a size 14. She has not seen me for 4 years and since then I have grown." Now I know in a 4-year time frame you can grow bigger because of development. So I'm going to assume that she's grown bigger. So it says, "My shoulders are much broader now. My aunt said she would exchange the shirt for a size 15." So I'm going to underline here where it says she bought a size 14. Since then I have grown. And I'm also going to underline where it says she would exchange the shirt for a size 15. Now going from a size 14 to a 15 is a size bigger than the original size. So because she is going to a bigger size than a smaller size, there are automatically two answer choices that I can eliminate, and I'm going to eliminate lower and smaller. Just a second. I'm going to cross out smaller and lower. Now, wider could possibly be the answer because our shoulders do tend to get wider when we grow and get bigger. They tend to widen more. But I also see the word diminished. Now, this is where I want to tell you guys, whenever you come across four answer choices, when it's a multiple choice um, question and you don't know the meaning of the words in the answer choices, it is important to use your dictionary to look the words up so that you understand the full meaning of those words. So I'm going to go to the Merriam Dictionary, online dictionary, and I'm going to type in the word diminished. Now the definition pulled up and it says of a musical interval and then made 1/2 step less than perfect or minor. So I know that it is not referring to this meaning when it uses the word broader in this text. So I'm going to eliminate, just a second, I'm going to cross out answer choice D and I am going to go with answer choice C, wider, because the clues from the text help me determine that the word broader means wider. So let's take a look at another example. So this one says, when Ray's father found a lump on his arm, the whole family was concerned. And that means that they were worried. So I'm going to put the word worried over concerned. Now they are worried because they found a lump on his arm. His father went to see a doctor who did what he called a biopsy. He took a tissue sample from the lump and sent it to a lab for testing. The whole family waited on pins and needles for the test results, so they were anxious and really wanting to know what the results would say or show to come back. And when the doctor called to tell them the news, they were tremendously relieved. Now, when we are relieved, that means that we are no longer worried. So I'm going to write that out right here. It's taking me a little bit of time to write with the drawing tool. And it says they were tremendously relieved to learn that the tumor was benign. Now, that word benign is a newer word, but because of all of the context clues used in the text, I can determine the meaning from the three answer choices here. So the first one says deadly. Now, I can associate the fact that they were no longer worried with the understanding that benign obviously does not mean deadly. Because if it was deadly, they would be worried still, and they're no longer worried. They're actually relieved. And the next one says dangerous. I'm going to automatically cross out dangerous also because the tumor was not dangerous. In fact, it was harmless, meaning it wouldn't cause any harm or danger to him. So, the best answer that is supported by what the text says is harmless, and the clues support that answer as well. So, what you're going to do right now is you're going to go into Schoology and you're going to complete some of the context clues using the clues in the text to help you determine the meaning of the underlined or unfamiliar words. I hope you guys have enjoyed this lesson, and I hope you have a really great day. And if you have questions or need help, please feel free to message me. Thank you for watching.